who are just grossly overlooked in this game by Vegas. And we always say Vegas knows something we don't know. I think this case, Vegas knows everything we know, and they are just riding the wave of the Pittsburgh Steelers are about to get annihilated at Arrowhead. They head into the weekend 12.5-point dogs. 12.5-point dogs. The Eagles are the biggest underdogs after that at 8.5 points to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 12, I don't know if you heard me, 12.5-point dogs. This is the playoffs. That's rough. You think they beat it? You think that they cover the spread? What do you got here? 12.5-point dogs, 46-point over-under.
I really want to emphasize I have been dog water at picking specifically Steelers games this year. So yeah, I want to just throw that out there before whatever is about to come out of my mouth. I do think they cover that 12.5, but I think the Chiefs end up winning the ball game.
Do they get the over-under of the spread or the 46?
46 is an interesting number.
That could come down to whether or not.
I can't picture this game being a shootout, bro. I can't.
Yeah, but Kansas City put up – they covered the 46-point spread last time, and they scored 10 points. They scored 10 points. You got them in 12.5, though. I kind of agree. I don't agree, but I do agree at the same time. Like 12.5 feels like a good number. This could easily be a 2-touchdown game that feels a lot closer than the score says it is. But I'm going to give the Steelers the benefit of the doubt because this is the playoffs, and I don't think anybody gets blown out in the playoffs. It just doesn't happen. Like, this is the NFL postseason. Miracles happen. The Steelers have pulled this off. Eli Manning, okay? It's not even the Steelers. People try to use, the 05 Pittsburgh Steelers. Eli Manning beat Tom Brady not once, but twice with teams that had no business being in the
They were good teams. Those were good teams, dude. Good defenses. They had good defenses, and they could run the football. And they had pretty solid receiving corps, too.
David Tyree was a stud, let me tell you. Stud.
Victor Cruz, Mario Manningham. For that specific team you're talking about, they had the Earth, Wind, and Fire backfield. Come on.
No.
Bro, that team made it to the Super Bowl.
I'm sorry, but no. They made it to the Super Bowl a lot. That's my point, dude.
No bad team makes it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. It is the Pittsburgh Steelers are the team that should not be here, just like the New York Giants at one point were the team that should not be here. Randy, you're hella late, man. Hella late. but we'll hook you up. We just talked. You got to go back. We talked a lot about Juju Smith-Schuster. But yeah, we don't know if he's going to play yet. The Steelers don't know if he's going to play yet. Our prediction is he plays.
He's going to play.
Feels like he's going to play. 12.5 points. Okay. I'm going to say the Steelers do cover the 12.5 points. I do not think I think if the Steelers cover the 12.5 points, there is no possibility that the 46 hits. There's no possibility. Like the game has to be like 17-10 if the Steelers cover the spread.
It's going to be a game that ends up in a really weird score. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Scoregonomy's coming. I'm telling you, bro.
For what could be the last time, and we've said this twice now. That feels really good to be able to say it twice. What's your final score prediction here, Donnie? Wild card weekend, baby.
I'll go.
Try to keep it below.
I'll go. Nah, because all right, final 27-16. That's my final score.
27-16.
I think either Tyreek or Kelsey's going to be in for a big day and grab multiple touchdowns. So we'll see.
That's a rough one. 27-16. 16 points is a lot for the Steelers, I feel like. 27-16. I don't feel good about that. I'm going to say 21-16. 21-16. Chiefs. Keeps it under, keeps it close. I think the Steelers defense is going to come off. Oh gosh.
Jesus, Nick.
Well, Nick just came in here 2 seconds before we left and just said, hey, let's just blow it up real quick here with a 20.5. Hopes are low. We just both said that the Steelers are going to cover the 12.5 point spread. Nick said not a chance, 21.5. At that point, you got to take the over-under because unless you're feeling just 21-0, which is a possibility, but Nick, sorry, man, you're wrong. We got to make some picks. I said the Steelers lose 21-16 to the Chiefs. I think it's going to be close, though. I feel like this is the playoffs. A lot of people are already ruling the Steelers out like, oh, Chiefs are just going to move on in the second round. It's the playoffs. It's Ben in the playoffs with nothing left. You know, Ben's coming in there like, dude, this is it. This could be my last football game. That dude will run for 150 yards if he has to. It'll be the slowest 150 yards of all time.
It would take him all 4 hours, but yeah.
It would take him every play. He'd have to run 150 times for 150 yards, but he would do it. He'd be like Adam Sandler in The Longest Yard. He does not care. All right. Vegas just thinks it's over already. 12.5 point dogs at Arrowhead with a 46-point over-under. And that 12.5 points is not – it opened and has stayed. They're just like, I don't care what you guys say. It's over. 12.5 point dogs, 46 over and under.
Ah, man. I've been telling all my buddies and stuff that they don't have a chance this weekend unless it's close in the fourth quarter. Seeing that it could be our last show for the regular or for this season, the 2021 season, yeah. I'm gonna pick the Steelers to cover.
Oh, I thought you were getting crazy there for a second.
And to win the game.
What?
What? I'm gonna say it's gonna be. I'm gonna say they win.
I'm writing this right down.
I'm gonna say they win 23-20 on a last-second field goal by Boz at the end of the fourth quarter.
All right, I'm writing it down because I can't forget that one. 23-20 Steelers, Pittsburgh Steelers, winning in Kansas City.
And like I said, the way I see it happening is, I think that they get an early turnover and keep the game close heading into halftime, like a 10-3, 10-7 type of halftime. And they keep it within 7 points in the fourth quarter. And then I think Ben just turns up, and I think that they are able to do just enough. They force 2-3 turnovers. The Steelers have good field position on a couple of their scores for the touchdowns. And I'll say Ben gets a game-winning drive. Boswell puts one through the net,